I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Sitzenkreuz Institute. René de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either.
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were mortal enemies.
And? What would you say if Lenny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you—
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive. So it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your—
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you?
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no—
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
Is she back? Is she really back? Traveler! It's really you! Oh, thank goodness!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if—
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay?
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, while I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dottore's current capability.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods. Maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too.
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose. But I fear—
It sounds like she's on a specific— The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it keep going to infinity?
We considered that question as well.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! Yeesh.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always... You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began.
What about the original moons?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his... But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once...
I'm still alive. The moon's reflection. Rear and his lover. Then why am I... No. I'm not unscathed. I should conserve my strength and proceed with... I don't believe Dottore's scheming will stop just because I escaped. If there is any chance that I can get back to it... I can't believe he survived. How did he do it?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long. When I first got here, I was filled with how I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart, but to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space, but this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new...
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here, but there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous...
Tried to. So...
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly...
What do you mean?
The voices in my head. They were gone. And then... I saw her.
Her?
Thelindis. My... former love.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thelindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know. The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice. Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. All so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially, but this is the only thing.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thelindis for me.
Thelindis?
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her after. I can sense that some part of her soul remains.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but all I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear. Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot. I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using. I think I grew tired of it long ago.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Is it okay if I give her the...
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't... There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that Thelindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss Thelindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better.
Better than he was, huh?
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Mist.
So, things got worse before they got better.
Are you sure you wished?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. Ryrir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going.
I'm sorry, Miss Columby.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me.
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far.
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, and it's not just me, I must seem so ridiculous. Thinking back, I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Ryrir was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in an I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. So I thought I'd use this place to return to the... At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Finster King started I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Ryrir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the Abyss probably enhances the basis, but I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the... I know I'm never getting out of here, but you're different. You can make it, and I want to...
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since... I can share what I've learned, and help you understand the path... I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this phase ends. The documentation was scanned. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point.
Understood. Thank you.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? About Ryrir, I'm so sorry.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Ryrir, you're there. I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking?
How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be... Everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
The world is a vast and ancient place. Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses like...
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories... Huh, you're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us.
Yep, we have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. But at least she's trying her best to get back to us. Yeah, she's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend, and I know that even she was no match for him when—
We're not giving up on saving her. With a
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about multitasking. We want to save both.
So, she's more than just a moon goddess to you guys?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the king! And you are— Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I would— Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. I'd probably get there if I could Computing power? You mean, you need— No, the issue isn't energy,
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly— Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like— Oh, what do we do then? You don't get it, do you? And I need accurate results, not vague prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Ahem. Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone.
That guy, is he?
Let's go somewhere a little more. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned she was planning to head back.
Things aren't looking good for Notcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are 2 possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how he'll easily devour everything eventually. So I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. Either way, Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called...
Maybe it sounds greedy and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me. Battles are fleeting, but the will...
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Just like Paimon said.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a...
How much? If I...
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a Come on, let's go talk to her.